The sole administrator has settled in and is already at work. He has his duties cut out for him. He has met with the security chiefs. Like you rightly said, his mediation role is limited because he has to work with this, you know, maintaining security in the region. But do you also think that it was wrong for President Tinubu to have spared the FCT minister from reprimand and not even refer to him as a party in this protracted conflict? It seems as if Governor Fubara is being portrayed as the villain in this matter.
With profound respect to Mr. President, and I say it with absolute sincerity, have high regard for Mr. President. But part of our job, like I have written, you know, severally, is part of our job to also tell the truth to Mr. President. He is not omnipotent. He is human. And the truth is, Mr. President, in providing that succor and balance, not necessarily for Wike and Fubara, but with respect to the people of the state of Rivers, knowing that there are people that are having sore, you know, wounds of pain of what is going on in Rivers, should have rightly so, with profound respect to Minister Wike, has a portion of blame to take. He brought this gentleman to become governor. And definitely, even though Fubara has misbehaved, because I have my issue with him, he has also contributed to the political logjam in Rivers as an elder statesman, with profound respect to him. So, I wouldn't want to overblame him because I do not have the details of what transpired between them. But in the interest of unity, peace, and equity, Mr. President should have also mentioned, like a father with children, right, to say, okay, this man also has some, you know, responsibility. It's a responsibility issue. And that will also help pass a message to the two gladiating factions that they all contributed to where we are today. And to that extent, when mediations are going on, the other party will not feel as if ab initio it is a one-sided conversation, and therefore they will never get fairness and justice. And when you come to mediation table with that mindset, I have been a victim, and I know how it feels, that I'm coming to the table of negotiation with the mindset that the chief mediator or the elder in the room already has taken side. So to that extent, I agree, that would have been done, but still there is room to change this. You know, we still have 6 months. And I believe the back office conversations, like you said earlier, those back office conversations while the battle is going on, I believe Mr. President has the gravitas as a person, and with the office he holds and the instrument of power he has, to still provide that intervention, just like a good parent or good parents upon their children, to provide that balance for the people of Rivers, not necessarily these two parties that are more politically inclined.
Okay. And do you see the president's declaration of a state of emergency as also a soft landing for Governor Fubara, who was threatened, you know, by imminent impeachment? It's also a win for the people of Rivers State because their allocation, which the Supreme Court directed to be withheld, will now be released.
Yeah, like I said earlier, that if this move has not been made, the state will be stifled of funds, and that will be an issue. And the truth is, the way it is, whether we like it or not, it is just extending the doomsday. Fubara was already on his way out. The way the political permutations and combination was going is not a matter of sentiments. It's a matter of political reality. He's already on low ground, completely. And I think he mismanaged his game from the get-go. Maybe it's a conversation for another day, but the truth is that the way it is the best way forward, even though it's not so palatable, because otherwise, definitely they would have impeached Fubara. It is better that that has not happened, but it doesn't tell us that it will not happen again. It's still game on. We don't know what will happen in the next 6 months, whether it will work out or not. Indeed, Fubara had taken a silent position, which I like, for him to accept it and to talk. People should be spoken to calm down. But what will play out in the next couple of 6 months is like 6 years in this game, but in politics, 1 hour is even enough to change the game.
Then the peace in Rivers State is one crucial thing we must find a way to achieve.
Yes.
Cut out for the sole administrator is the responsibility to stabilize and to help find peace.
Yes.
Now, if some persons say leaders of the state are factionalized already,
yes,
the National Assembly is looking at constituting a team.
Yes.
How about we have this body also, even during election,
yes,
the Peace Committee,
that's
headed
correct,
by former head of state?
That's correct.
Couldn't such a personality, maybe an association of former heads of state, come together to help negotiate this peace? Because whatever, it's not about, like you said, not about Fubara or Wike or House of Assembly. It's about the people.
Yes.
So should the National Assembly be looking at these personalities being brought in to help to be the arrowhead of this negotiation?
If I'm going to wear a strategic thinking card from Mr. President, we can do the body movements and show that we are a country that has people that are revered, that are elders, because the way it is like we don't have people that are respected. And it's marks of a big issue for us as a country. We have young people coming up. We have people that are aspiring for office. So I totally agree with that. The question is, why now? But better late than never, because I would have expected that should have been done before even Mr. President came in, so that Mr. President will be maybe the last man that will do this. That would have given layers of interventions. But then the political soreness, you know, around this particular issue might have made it difficult. Like I told you, two people that are in the issue have similar personality traits. When you have two people, you can talk to psychologists with different personality traits. It's easy to mediate amongst them. But that being said, I think it's a move we need to do, even if it is to save face. But by and large, what is important for me is the peace of the people of Rivers, not peace between Fubara and Wike. My own is the peace of the people of Rivers. What will bring peace? And in leadership, leadership is not a popularity contest. It is the end result that will determine how effective the leadership that has been provided, i.e. security is provided for the people of Rivers, law and order is not breaking down, the crucial resources have been protected and infrastructure. And at the end of the day, what I will expect, Mr. President, I use this opportunity, that the political solution to Rivers must be neutral. We shouldn't have one side of this team winning if we want a long-term solution, so that all sides will learn from it. Otherwise, we are going to set a bad precedence in this country, that maybe another state will come up again, we'll have the same situation, we go and declare state of emergency, and on and on and on. Then you ask yourself, we are already threading a thin line between democracy and what we ran away from 25 years ago. I hope that will not happen.
Well, you said